So guys, today we are going to be talking about this perfume right here, Italica or Italica. Either way, such a gorgeous fragrance that I fell in love with at first sniff and have been chasing it for a while. Now I have 30 ml size and it is definitely worth a bigger bottle because it's special, it's unique, and I've been looking for some alternatives and dupes. So in this video I'll be sharing you all that I found and also what people compare it to. So keep on watching for more details. All the health information is going to be down below in the description box, so make sure to check it out. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like this format and maybe you would like to see more alternatives to some other fragrances. Feel free to let me know what are the ones you're interested in, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on the social media, would really appreciate that. And on that note, let's get started. So hello and welcome everyone to today's video review slash alternatives and dupes comparison to Xerjoff's Cosmorati's Italica or Italica perfume. That is very unique because it's a gourmand that is very mature. It's not your typical edible style of a sweet fragrance. It smells niche, expensive, and at the same time very cocooning, cozy, and inviting. So the structure of this fragrance is pretty milky, spicy opening with almond milk and saffron that then turns into this delicious vanilla that is slightly powdery and cool with this beautiful note of toffee that I find really makes it smell differently from so many other sweet fragrances out there. So the phenomenon of this perfume is that it is kind of that in that milky style without being too lactonic, in my personal opinion. It's not your banal vanilla, it's something that will wow you for sure. Maybe it's the addition of saffron that, to be honest with you, typically I'm not the biggest fan of, but in here it is wonderful. So it's that type of fragrance for those who want to smell attractive, because gourmands, in which vanilla is the keynote, are aphrodisiac. So if you want to attract people and get compliments and at the same time gourmand fragrances are not your thing, check out this one because it's so gorgeous, so different, and not too sweet. So with that being said, I've been looking for some fragrances in that style, and the ones that Italica gets compared to is, first of all, very hyped up and popular Bianco Latte from Giardini di Toscana. I have just a sample of it, but it's a very popular perfume that you might have in your collection, and in my opinion for a good reason, because this is a proper vanilla fragrance with caramel, not toffee, and that's definitely the difference between these fragrances. I'm not very much familiar with the note of toffee in perfumes. To be frank with you, it's quite rare compared to caramel, which is way more popular and common to find. So it smells sweeter for sure. It has more of a caramelized texture, but it is quite, you know, similar going into the toffee direction. I would say this is just touch more honey and touch more lactonic than Italica, and without the saffron note. So if that's what you're looking for, kind of the fragrance in that same style but maybe slightly sweeter without this spicy saffron note, then Bianco Latte might be a great choice. You know, this is definitely an iconic lactonic perfume that is loved by so many people, and it performs really well, just as Italica does, because it's not too loud, it's not over the top. I would say Italica is just touch softer than Bianco Latte that has bigger performance, but overall like the vibe is similar. So another fragrance that Italica gets compared to is Le de Vanille by Chaboud. Now I have just a sample of this one as well, and the thing is, this fragrance is way more vanilla, it's way more dimensional than gorgeous Italica that has so much to offer. Not overly complicated yet complex fragrance. In here you will get more of beautiful caramelized and powdery vanilla. Think about almost vintage vanilla, like a baby doll face type of fragrance. So this is sweet and powdery at the same time, yet maybe you will get like a vibe of Italica, but these are not even related. I would say they are kind of from the same group, but they are not related. So yeah, I really enjoy this perfume. I find it special, but there is another one in Chaboud's line that is Lady Biscuit. And by the way, I have a full collection breakdown for you on my channel, so you might be interested in that video just to get an idea which fragrances they offer. And I have discounts on all of them. So these are not necessarily identical fragrances, but you will get more of, you know, the gourmand and yeah, just milky vibe out of Lady Biscuit than out of Le de Vanille. But if you want more vanilla, maybe that's your aim, to find like a very beautiful, not overly milky, not too spicy, but like powdery vanilla, then go for Le de Vanille, and keep on your mind that I have a discount to share in case you're interested in this fragrance. And I would say so far these are just like nice, pleasant alternatives to Italica without necessarily being super close and similar to this fragrance. However, the next one is, and it is Saffron Gourmand from Place de Lis. I'm not quite sure about the pronunciation, but they have a phenomenal line of fragrances, and this one is really similar to Italica. So in here, even the notes are almost identical: almond, vanilla, milk, saffron, toffee, sandalwood, and cedarwood this time. Rich, beautiful, niche. I would say a bit less saffron, more of this perfumey vibe. It's not sweet, it is even less sweet than Italica. Saffron is noticeable in here as well. And just in case maybe you have Italica and you're looking for perfume that would be very, very similar to this one, but just like with a slightly different nuance in the dry down, I would recommend you this Saffron Gourmand. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it's gorgeous, and yeah, I would love to have it in my collection. And so far, I would say it's the closest to Italica. However, the next one, which is from a dupe brand, Dua, is The Forest, and I had high hopes for Italiana Widow that I blind bought, because it's kind of like a mix between Italica and Black Phantom. And the thing is, it smells bad, like burnt sweets, to the point like you can't even scratch off all the burnt caramel, sugar and chocolate, and you just need to throw away the pot. This is offensive. This is way too strong. It smells burnt, it smells very artificial, synthetic, definitely closer to Black Phantom, because that's sort of the vibe of that perfume. But I just really loved the nice balance of smoky, dark and sweet tones of that fragrance. Kilian really knows how to create very harmonious fragrances, and I find although they are very pricey, they are worth it for the experience. Now I hope that it's gonna have like that interesting dark element that they would add to beautiful, milky, soft, tender Italica. This is not it for me. Pass it. I believe they have something else in their collection that's supposed to be an Italica dupe. Maybe that's a better option, I'm not sure. Please let me know. I've had this one in my collection for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now, and I've sprayed it and I was like, thanks God I just sprayed in the air and not on my skin, because that's just a horrendous experience. So let me know if you had some issues with the Dua fragrances as well. And we are moving on to another fragrance that gets compared to Italica, but I find that they're quite different, with 402 by Bon Parfum. Now this is a very affordable niche brand that I would recommend you, because they have a very bright portfolio of fragrances that cover really different genres and I believe tastes. This is definitely a gourmand fragrance with vanilla that is powdery, notes of caramel and sugar, real accentuate that sweet accord, heliotrope and sandalwood with almond blossom bring in a powdery touch, less milky, less lactonic, and absolutely not spicy. So that's the difference between Italica and this one. And overall, I would say, like, if you have dupes for Italica, you have Italica, and then you're just like, okay, that's just like my kind of perfume, but I want something different, then you might want to check this one out, because it's not like even like a full-on almond fragrance. It's an almond blossom, so it's just a little bit lighter on that note. However, next perfume that Italica gets compared to, I would say, like, okay, you kind of like almond, the idea of almond perfume, and you're looking for an almond fragrance, but you don't want it to be a straight up Italica vibe, if you know what I'm talking about. And by the way, I have a full list of beautiful almond scented fragrances on my channel that you might want to check out just in case that's your thing. But Tardes from Carner, Barcelona is not really an Italica alternative. I would say that although almond is one of the prominent notes in this perfume, it is just going into the other direction, musky, powdery, slightly makeupy, and on the cool side. So if you are into mature fragrances, and that's kind of similarity between these two, but it's not lactonic, it's not sweet, it's just a beautiful chic fragrance that smells mature, you might want to check it out. And I have a discount for you that will be linked down below. So that's for Tardes. Now, next fragrance is actually a straight up dupe from a Arabic brand that I blind bought in the hope it's gonna be Italica. And you know what, this one, Vogue Patisserie from Emir's collection, if I'm not wrong, I believe this is a fragrance group line, did not let me down. I mean, like, this is basically Italica, like right away, straight on, and I couldn't believe my nose. I was like, oh my god, 100 ml for so much less than Italica, way more affordable, pretty much straight up Italica dupe, long lasting, beautiful, not over the top, but at the same time with great lasting power. I mean, if you can't afford Italica and you just can't save for it, and you want this, not even type of fragrance, you want basically this same scent, that's the one you might want to check out, even blind buy, because for this quality, it's maybe a little bit juicier in the opening with the less saffron, but then it's basically Italica all the way. And I'll be definitely checking out more fragrances from this brand, because not many people talk about this one, and it's so affordable. Like, it's just a fraction of Italica's price. And I mean, like, yeah, this is the original one, and this is basically the inspiration, but still, oh my god, great quality. Even the bottle, it is giving me Xerjoff vibrations, right? How about you? And yeah, I want more perfumes from this brand. I've just created, like, recently a top list of Arabic fragrances, of popular Arabic perfumes that people go crazy about, and my thoughts on them, which of them are worth and which aren't worth the hype in my opinion. But yeah, maybe you're ready for part 2? Let me know. So yeah, check it out. I'm not disappointed in this one. Actually, I was inspired by the crazy similarity of these two fragrances to film this entire video, you know, not just with dupes, but with some other alternatives, like this next fragrance, last but not least, Almond Harmony from the House of Wood. You know how much I love this brand. They have stunning bottles, presentation is always on top, and it's another almond vanilla perfume, but oh my god, so different even from the rest of today's lineup. So it's very metallic, because almond can give off that feeling. Many different flowers in here mixed with gorgeous, you know, almost girly, niche, beautiful, expensive and gorgeous base. The dry down of this one is fantastic, with the bounce, with vanilla. It's not that sweet, but I mean, like, you will get the sweetness coming out of the floral and balsamic notes. Tonka bean is pretty noticeable in here, but of course all the focus is on the almond note. And yeah, you will experience it the most intense way than in the rest of the fragrances we have spoken about today. So yeah, Almond Harmony is gorgeous for those who love almond, and you can get it with my discount from So Avant-Garde. So please check out the description box for all the information. I would really appreciate if you could support me with, you know, giving this video a huge thumbs up if you've been looking for some alternatives or dupes on Italica. There are not that many straight up copies of Italica, and I would love to see more perfumes in this style, because lactonic perfumes are very popular. It has been a hot minute that they've been really in the perfume world, and let me know how you feel about them. Do you like Italica? Have you smelled it? Maybe some other brands that create dupes like Gourmand Perfumes and Perfume World Expression will share with us their take on Italica, but so far this is still a unique Gourmand perfume. Once again, not a typical one, rather mature, unisex. Check it out if you can, and just in case you already have it and you're looking for some alternatives, similar perfumes, but maybe with slight differences. I hope this video gave you a nice overview of what's out there on the market. And of course, if you have a great dupe or a great alternative to Italica, then please comment them down below. Let's chat, and I am looking forward to find out which other fragrances you would like to get some alternatives for. So with that being said, that was all from me today. Please give the video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the description box down below. You'll find all the health information. On that note, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay clean and smell good. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.